you doing, folks? Gonna do a little streaming, do a little painting. See who joins us today on this evening, Friday evening. Got a head start on this. I was painting here for about an hour before I even started streaming. Got all lost and caught up in my endeavor. Da da da. Da 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 da. Oh, let me see if I can clean this a little bit, I think. If that's even possible. Might have to take this outside and do it proper. That's okay. That's okay. I'll try doing a little more work on this guy, maybe even finishing him off. I got a prototype Terminator I'm working on. 4 more here. I like how he's turning out. What's going on? Which means we're going to keep it simple. Give me 1 second. I gotta check something real quick. Right in, big smile. Be right back, my friend. No, it's paint. Had me worried there. Little paintage. How you doing, Paul? Everything okay on your end? Things going okay? I was gonna stream. I set myself all up and started painting a little bit. Before I knew it, an hour went by. So I've been sitting here painting for an hour before I even started the stream. What's going on here? How could I do such a thing? Talking to myself. It's terrible. Oh! Yeah, it does, doesn't it? That's actually... Yeah, it does. It looks... That's actually, what is that? Hardened leather. As opposed to blood red. So that's hardened leather. That's good to know. It's good to know. It's good to know. Been working on the sword. Let's get some bone. Palad, you doing anything tonight? Yeah, I did start earlier, but I forgot to hit the stream button. That's what I was trying to say. I know it gets late for you. Whoops. It's a pallid bone. Hi, squirrel. Sorry, man, I'm late in the stream tonight. I forgot to hit this start streaming. I was sitting here all this time for like an hour talking to myself. Thought I was streaming. Nobody was showing up. What's going on here? Lost all my friends. I realized I never hit the start stream. I've been painting away though. Beautiful day today. Not too much sunshine. It's actually partly cloudy. Temperature's nice though. It's relatively cool. 73 degrees here on the east coast of the United States of America, the Northeast, Pennsylvania, to be precise. I'll do some walkabout videos for you guys on my property. Maybe we'll go down to the lake. You can see how beautiful it is this time of year here on the east coast of the United States of America. The squirrel's quite familiar. It's very mountainous here. I'm pretty high up on this mountain area here. And I live by a beautiful lake. Stretches about a mile across. And I haven't been down there in years. Yeah, I think you guys would enjoy that. It's like a jungle. I had to cut my way down yesterday just to get to the barn. Wolfgang. How you doing, Wolf? Almost cut my finger off today, as you can see right there. Only to discover that's actually hardened leather. Speed paint. It's not actually a cut. It's a close call, I'm telling you, close call. I was worried. Paul was getting concerned. Was not good. Close call. Boy, this hobby will do you in, I'm telling you. Gotta watch yourself. This is pallid bone. Plink. That's all we need. There's a little plink. Some bones inside of this box he's got hanging from his waist. I'm gonna paint those bones. It's too palade. I think that's what I was using on the scrolls, or the, not the scrolls, but the purity seals. So let me put it on here too, because that needs a little purity. How you guys doing? Hoping to see Jake tomorrow. Get some more Warhammer in tomorrow. It's pretty cool. Alright, that looks pretty good, man. Looks pretty good. I think the sword's going to be the last thing I'm going to do. It's going to be blue. I'm going to kind of give it a light blue on the tip area. Again, I'm going to try and use speed paints throughout, so I might have to dry brush some acrylic on the tip. Mix some acrylic in with the speed paint. But yeah, there it is. He's coming along pretty good. Pretty simple. Well, moderately complex in detail, but regardless, I'm going the simple way. We're not going to get crazy with this thing. I think it's coming out pretty good. What do you guys think? I'm going to put some gold acrylic highlights on that halo. That's a Horde Bronze speed paint, which came out surprisingly dark. I'm thinking I didn't shake that enough. That seems to be an issue. You gotta shake these frickin' things. I've never used, even once, the Horde Bronze. And maybe I didn't shake it enough, so it's a little bit dark. That might be a thing. So I'm gonna highlight it with some acrylic gold, which should look pretty good. I can walk to a lake in 40 minutes in the grounds of the local stately home. In the grounds of the local stately home. Is that your home? Hello, Zetarock. Glad to hear from you. Squirrel, he's here. How you doing, Squirrelage? Made 2 waist-high stone walls. Ooh, little stonework. And 2 more wattle fences. Oh, that's right, they're models. For some reason, I thought you actually built a little stone wall in your backyard or something. I don't know why. 2 more wattle fences, flocked some tree bases, finished 6 archers, started to make some tall grass, sorted out the miniatures, some more, period. No. Productive day here. I'm gonna do a bunch of painting tomorrow evening. Got distracted last couple of days putting episode 130 together. I saw that. I haven't watched it yet. I saw it. It's up on Discord, folks, and on his YouTube channel. The metallics need thorough shuka. Yeah, yeah. I think you're right. I think you're right. I didn't shake it enough. See how it was kind of dark? That halo on his head? I don't know. You could look at your little paints. You got those things on the top with the crystals. You can see what it's supposed to look like. I'm guessing. Yeah, that does need a little highlighting. That's okay, though. That's okay. I don't mind that. Forward, brothers. Dun, dun, dun. I'll highlight this cape a little bit with some white, some off-white. I saw Squirrel's images on the wattle fences. Looked good. And I'm going to show him off here in a minute, because he did post some pictures. Here's this guy I'm working on. My prototype. Sorry, my focus is always way over here, which isn't... I don't know if that shows up too well for you. My screen is small, so when I get up close, it's just a blur. I highly recommend those paint bottle tops. I'll find something on... I'll find a STL for them. Maybe I'll even find the same thing you're using. I mean, if he 3D printed them, unless he made them himself, I'm sure I could find them. But we'll see. Doesn't matter what it is to me. Did I stream yesterday? I think I did. Did I stream? I think I did. Yeah. Let me message Clyde. I have to send him personal messages. Live. No. Where'd you post them? There's Paul's video. Wolfgang Messerschmidt. Oh yeah, here's the pictures. Let me show some of Kyle's work, because we haven't seen Kyle in a while. It's one of his Spartans he's working on. I think it's a Perry or a Victrix. Is that a Perry? I don't know which model they are. He posted that 5 days ago. Oh, jeez. Sorry, Kyle. He's doing some good work there. I just had an accident myself. I spilt some of my paint. God, that's a big accident. Let's take a look at this. Little dabs. Look at this. That's great, man. Keeping the base from warping is going to be a pain. Let's see. What'd you do? No, you got it pretty good. Corrugated card helps. Look at that. That's nice. Yeah, Squirrel Hermit. Putting together some terrain for his battle. He's using Monster Brown. I have that. Somewhere. And Satchel Brown. I definitely have that. So you used it like a wash, I bet. Or no, you highlighted with this. I'm not sure what you did. I'm going to say you put this on first, and then you put this on. Maybe highlight. Or maybe the other way around. I don't know. There's Matt's stuff he's been working on. Show that real quick. Styrians. And Wolfgang, 10mm War Master Bretonian bow. Now these are pretty special. Curious where he got these models. In 10mm. They're nice, man. Grassy fields. 10mm. Look at that. Well done. Nice little details there. Look at that. Look at that. Looks like speed paint. Looks like he's got some highlights on the metallics, though. That might be normal paint. Some more here from Squirrel. Some piles of rock. Some stone walls. There you go. Very good. Good. It looks like an Essex. That guy looks like an Essex. Very nice. Guy looks like an Essex too. Speed painted up. There's that black there. Is that the black? Is that the void black? I'm gonna say it is. It looks pretty freaking black. Don't stare too deeply, folks. Don't do it. Dangerous. Over here's some memes. Well done, Squirrel. Looking great, man. Because we all need it. Here's what happens when a cat touches a plasma ball. Look at that. This little footpad is all lit up. Well, there you go. Got him on Etsy. How you doing? Irate Spartan. Yeah, he's my prototype. 10mm is a nice scale. Wolfgang, those 10mm Bretonians are all free files of Thingiverse, so they're prints. Helmets are all straight acrylics, Vallejo. Gunmetal with silver highlights. Look really good. Yeah, Wolfgang, you did a really good job on those. 10mm, baby. Been a while since I painted 10mm. How do you like those words coming out of my mouth, huh? Didn't think you'd hear that in a while. Sounds good to me. Let's give them 10 mils a break, as far as I'm concerned. Let's get creative here and use this speed paint. I need some blue. High Lord Blue. Pardon me while I do some violent shaking. Seriously looking at investing in one of those shukas, because I think you have to do a little bit more with the shaking department with these things. Test. You're welcome, man. So good. So here we got one of these flat surface situations again. So I'm going to use a bigger brush. And I'm going to use less paint on it. And I'm just going to pull. Keep it from pooling. And pull it downward. Kind of let gravity help me out here. Swap over to a smaller brush because this is too big. I don't want it to get patchy. I want it to be dark on the bottom, so maybe we want it to kind of pool downward. Again, gravity is your friend. But regardless, we're going to highlight this afterward. So it's okay. Also some details here at the bottom that I gotta paint with acrylics. Second here. Fun with speed paints. Going big tonight, working on a half bust of Napoleon. Ooh. Nice little display piece for your bookshelf, perhaps? That's a nice project. I always thought about doing something like that. Till my friend said, why waste time? You should be painting miniatures for your gaming table. Why would you waste your time painting something that has no use in your game? You're just wasting. So he kind of convinced me, yeah, you're right. I should be concentrating my efforts on what really needs to be done. Soldiers for the tabletop. So I didn't do it. But still, it'll be a nice ad, right? Let's let it sit. That's Marchera 22. March haired. How do you say your name? Is it are you using English words here? Because that could easily be translated into something else. So I'm thinking it's just March Hare 22. I think I had this discussion before. All right. This guy's pretty much done. Just some highlights. The sword, the cape. Probably should do something with this. This is pretty boring. No, let's keep it simple. Oh, and the halo needs its gold, so we're going to let that set and dry. Vertical, so let me put that in its case. Let gravity do its work. March Hare 22. Okay, I got you. I don't know what that means. I'm more of a painter than a gamer, truth be told. I think about 90% of war gamers can be called that too. And you know why? Because we spend most of our time, 90% actually painting as opposed to playing a game. It's all a matter and question of what do you like to do? What do you enjoy doing? I personally enjoy painting more than the playing. Oh, stop. Don't start this again. Oh, let me take care of the beasts. Yep, I'm with you on that, Wolfgang. A share double deuce. I was supposed to be a gamer GM running a campaign, but I spend nearly all my time painting, modeling, and writing the stories. Games are a rarity. That's normal, though. That's normal. Even Squirrel would tell you that. Role-playing gamers, it's all the same thing. We don't play enough. I think maybe board gamers are the only ones that actually have an edge when it comes to gaming and prep or pre-game stuff. Whatever that is for board gaming. Counter clipping, that's not a whole lot. And then when you sit down to play some of these games, they would take days to play. So yeah, I think they actually might get more gaming in than anything else. It's really a question of how often they play. Yeah, there you go. I really need to get several campaign battles, says Paul, in before the end of the year. Squirrel says, I think I'll do a test run of Baron's War tomorrow. Yes, yes. Well, that's going to be fun. Do some shorts. Baron von Fritz leads the way with his retinue, causing trouble with his knights, only to get ambushed near a woodlock. That'll be fun. Hillock, that's what I meant to say, not a woodlock. Hillock. Test run a Baron Spore. Sounds like a good idea. I think Jake and Jesse are coming up tomorrow, which means I'll probably be playing some games, among other things. Gonna be stormy here tonight, so the weather forecast says. Hopefully, says Paul, we'll all just sleep through it. Sunny day. Do 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 do. Must go to bed. Okay, Paul. Exhausted now, struggling to keep eyes open. Ta-ta. Toodaloos. See ya, Paul. I'll be on again. Walter, knock it off. Seriously, man. You were quiet all day. Quiet and cool. As soon as I go on here, it's like boom. Time to cause havoc. I think we're supposed to get a little rain tonight. I hope not. I'm so sick and tired of it. I'm going to get something. I'm just hoping it's not going to be much. Maybe drizzles and that kind of thing. That's not so bad. Oops, careful. I get carried away here. Oops. How you doing, Clyde? Sent you a message. Let me see here. Let me put my notifications on. Look at that madman brush. A little brushing madly is in order. I gotta bring these up a little bit with the white. So I'm going over them all again. Just a little bit. Crazy with the paint here. Terminators. Deathwing. All right, that's good. One more. How you doing, Clyde? How is everything? These chain fists are pretty much suited for vehicles. So I'm gonna rip into some vehicles. That's it. That's good. You still not getting notifications, Clyde? If I can remember, I'll always send you a little alert. Live! Coffee in crash mode. I didn't drink any coffee this session. Yeah, it just doesn't alert. I'll have to look it up and see why. I don't know. I know my face cam is totally red right now. I think it happens when I switch screens, like when I go to Discord to show it off. It just gets red. Crazy red. saturation bubble just goes crazy. Yeah. I used to go green. Till somebody said, "Hey, you look like Shrek." I stopped doing that. Ugh. What's going on here? Red room. What's happening? What's the weather like down there? Clyde. Down south. Nice? Humid? Hot? Treacherous? Burning? Burning up? Today was really nice today. Not too hot, not too cold. Partly cloudy. I like sunshine, but still feels good. Oh, what's going on with this guy? What is that? Oh, it's a sword. See how this guy's coming along? Let that sword dry. I was just highlighting. A little white on the cape. Some lighter blue on the sword. Oh yeah, I gotta paint the little things at the base of the sword here. Just little wiring of sorts. It is a power sword. And the halo's gonna get a little gold. Then I'll set him aside. Touch up the base a little bit. I'll set him aside. He's ready for tabletop action. Again, I'm trying to put together a combat patrol. And he's going to be the captain. He's a particular captain. And yeah, I'll be good to go except for 3 more models. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do for Blade Guard veterans. Try and 3D print them. Otherwise, I'm going to spend $51 to get 3 models from GW. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Squirrel says, I just might be able to actually stop by and visit you, Fritz, next weekend, Saturday. I'll be working 90 minutes away from you. Yeah. Really? 90 minutes away. Hour and a half. Whereabouts? Where would that be? I don't know any factories and stuff. "90 minutes away." It's not long at all. Bring your chainsaw. You can help me take down some trees. Knock it off, Chloe. Knock it off. Muncie. Yeah. I know where Muncie is. What the heck's down there? Is there work? Is there a place down there? Would surprise me. There's lots of frickin' factories around here. Not something I follow or know much about, though. ReaperCon. Forward, brothers. Slay the heretic. Burn. I gotta let these dry. He's dry already. He's my prototype. Storm bolters. Lots of shooting with these guys. Excellent in close combat. Those power fists are pretty solid. Got a chain fist, that's okay, but that has special abilities against vehicles. Better suited against vehicles. And a power sword, of course. Nothing to get excited about. It's got what, 3 power fists? Yeah, I do. Nice. I like that option. Power sword, 3 power fists, and a chain sword in close combat. They don't have pistols, but they got storm bolters, which are like double bolters. So when they shoot, they're pretty badass. Get in close combat, and they're even more badass, I think. And this thing, where is he? The assault cannon. This thing is pretty nice. Lots of shooting with that baby. That's where the firepower comes from. One of those jobs. Oops, his shield needs a little extra chutzpah on it. Hold on. And Andritz Metals. Huh. Never heard of it. Andritz Metals. Wow. So you're going to be down there, are you? Yeah, we'll see, man. I'm around. See if Jesse's around. Jake, that would be pretty cool. Could meet Jake. do. Boy, this looks dark. I guess it's because my lamp is off. Alright, that's good enough. Did I get the right guy? I think I did, folks. I think I did. Take a break here. It's not like I'm in a rush. Yes, punchy indeed, Clyde. Clyde knows what I'm talking. He knows what I'm talking. He's a veteran. He's a veteran at the old 41st millennia. My son is currently playing his guitar, working on his flamingo technique. Is that how you pronounce it? I'm thinking of the dance. Flamingo guitar. It's flamingo, right? I never danced the flamingo. I prefer the salsa myself, actually. The long war that never ends. Is he pretty good, Squirrel? That'll get the ladies. That'll get the ladies for sure. Flamenco, is it? Am I pronouncing it wrong? I never noticed. I'm a weirdo then. Flamenco. All right, let me do some research real quick. I love learning these things. Guitar. Oh, you're right. Flamenco. How do you pronounce that? Flamenco. Let me listen a little here and make sure I know what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. Yeah, all right. Oh, that's special, man. That is special. I think I'll take it up myself. Huh. All right. Hold on a second. Oh, God. These commercials. Flamenco. I wonder where I got flamingo from. Flamenco. Of course, it's not something I'm a word of around a whole lot. Flamenco. Okay. All right. I learned something there. Okay. It is what I thought it was, so I was on the same page with that. Interesting. Let's get back to the chat room here. All right, so what next? It's been a long time ago. I think we're going to start highlighting here. That blue sword actually should probably have been highlighted earlier. Well, it was still a little wet. Get a little blending going on. I think that would be more impressive. But I want to, let's do the gold. There we go, gold. Vallejo Model Air Metallics. So this I am actually going to not use a speed paint on. Conquest of the Galaxy for the Emperor. Vindication. Let's use our big brush. These are metallics though, they're a little bit tricky. Don't like metallics. Might end up just painting the highlight on. This is looking right. It's pretty strong, but that's okay. We should use a smaller brush, maybe. That's better. Yeah, that'll work. Let's see if I can get any painting done tonight, or if the kids win again. Oh, that'd be great, man. Maybe. Cross your fingers, everyone. Nobody disturb Clyde. He's on a roll now. He's gonna get this done. He's rocking. He's a rolling. Things are gonna happen here tonight. All right, now we're gonna get some white. Not off-white. We're gonna get some white. Yikes. Just a little bit. This brush has still got some metallic in it. Let's make sure that is clean. Getting things done, brother. Right, Squirrel? How about you, Squirrel? You all done? I know you got things to do there. Been doing it all day. Alright, let's try this white. finally, let's grab some of that light blue. Mix it with the white. Let's see what kind of color we get with this. I'm running out of space here on my hand. Alright, that's good enough. Alright, what's left? Is he at the good enough stage now, I think? I think he's at the good enough stage. Alright, let's touch up his base, then we'll take him off the base and we'll set him aside. One step closer to being done. So what I'll do is I'll take some gray. Because it needs a little gray. I got a lot of white on there. Actually, you know what? Let's just use black. Let's use the closest black I have. There we go. And let's use a different brush. Nice big brush that's clean. Don't want to use that scraggly dry brush. Put a little bit of water in my black paint here. Let's go around the perimeter. Clean it up. And there's something else I do that I need to do here. Let's break up the edge by getting some of the black paint on top of the base, because it just looks too circular. Too unnatural. There, that's done. Now we got one more thing to do, and that is put some ink of whatever colors you want. You could use purple, you could use red, you could use orange, you could use rust colors. I tend to use chestnut or a dark brown. And you could simulate things like chemical spills and things like that in the ruins. My bases are based on ruins. And I'm going to use some intense wood from Scale Color, which is an ink. I'm just going to splap it around. That's all. Haven't used intense wood in a while. Let's see if that's going to work. Little splats. Kind of looks like mud. Or maybe it's chemicals. Kind of breaks up the colors I'm using here, which is just white and gray and black.
Yeah, you can kind of see it in there.
Spread it around. That's all. That's it. This guy's got one more stage before he's done. Little details and stuff, and decals, maybe a little highlight on him, but I doubt it. I think the speed paint worked good to just do the highlights for me. Oh yeah, I gotta paint the frickin' bottom of the sword here. There's some, I don't know what you call them, power circuitry. And he's red. And that is going to be... I don't want to use speed paint on that, so let's use an acrylic. Let's use some type of red. That is my red. I don't want craft paint. Come on. What is this? I don't know. Is this crimson? What is this? Nothing on it. Damn it. Man, come on. Flat red maybe? I don't know what it is. Shake it up. Took off the hole. I think this is crimson. No, scarlet. Not crimson. Scarlet's what I'm trying to say. Looks like scarlet. Cripes. That's okay. Gonna need... I'll use this brush. Just gotta be real careful. Boy, that needs a little thinning. To give this a wash of strong tone. Let's see, we're going to have a red one. Then we'll do a green maybe, or a yellow. Actually, let's do a yellow. So I'll put it as red first. That'll be a nice undercoat for yellow. Scarlet is perfect for that. That look good? Tasty. There's one on the other side too. Let's keep it themed here. We're going to do another scarlet one. Missing my speed paints.
see what I'm doing there if it wasn't so blurry because I'm too far away, too close.
Let's get some yellow. I don't care what it is. What's this? Gold? I don't want that. That sounds crap. Alright, we'll use craft paint. That sounds crap too. Yeah, I was muted. Gum flapping. I was saying, this guy's pretty much done for now. And terrain is always fun to work on. Always a good idea. I gotta relax a little bit here. So got that done. Whenever there's silence on my stream, there's a really good chance I'm muted. Because I'm typically talking up a storm here. Usually. How long I was muted there. But boy, did I have a conversation. Holy smokes. Topics left and right, baby. Such wisdom lost to the ether. Well, my cats are going to learn how to paint. Whoops. Whoopsies. bad. Not bad, not bad. Considering it's all speed paints. Mostly. Zadarek is on a DQ run. Oh boy. Bring on the creamies. Watched a classic fun movie last night. Inner Space. Inner Space, folks. Thanks, Squirrel. (1987) American science fiction comedy film. Is that what we're talking here? Oh, Wikipedia. I hate Wikipedia. Inner Space is a 1987 American science fiction comedy film directed by Joe Dante and produced by Michael Fennell. Michelle? Film produced 1987 prison. So yeah, Michael. Inspired by the 1966 film Fantastic Voyage. Okay. Film stars Dennis Quaid, Martin Short, Meg Ryan, Robert Picardo, and Kevin McCarthy. Inner Space was released in the United States by Warner Brothers. The film received positive reviews from critics, grossed an estimated 95 mil worldwide, and won an Academy Award for Best Visual Effects, the only film directed by Dante to do so. There you go. What did it say? 1987? 1987. Inner Space. Martin Short, is he still alive? Yeah, he is. He's 75 years old. Okay, there we go. Marsh Hare is backing that up. He's still alive. So what'd you think? You enjoy it? Must have. Fun movie. Ooh, that vape juice is good tonight. Excellent. It's good to get things done. I'm so impressed by speed paints. And they look so freaking good. You know, if you take the effort, you can get some really good looking paint jobs with these speed paints. without any extra effort. It's like, just be mindful, that's all. Who isn't mindful when they paint? So I guess the next thing I'll be working on is these 5 terminators. I got a prototype here I'm pretty happy with. Still undecided about the right shoulder pad, which is the Deathwing symbol. It's typically red. I might actually paint it black. I'm trying to avoid red. I don't like red. Unless it's a crimson deep. Which I could do, but I don't know. I'm trying to be different from what my original army was. So these guys will paint up pretty quick too. Yeah. This is my prototype. He's not done. So I gotta do his chest. The weapon. Stormbolter. I think I got all his purity seals. He's got some feathers down here on his one leg. That'll be fun. Got some symbols on his Stormbolter, some swords I might pick out. And yeah, this symbol right here, the broken sword of the Dark Angels. It's typically red. So we'll see what I do with that. That's a nice bone color. I want that. I'll do something similar with the chest as well, I think. Trying to avoid bright colors, get away from a cartoony look. I want them to look a bit more grim and dark and realistic. That's my theme for these guys, I think. If that's possible with 40K models. It's a fun watch, says Squirrel Hermit. Inner space. There you go, folks. As opposed to outer space, we got the old inner space. What's missing from my screen here? Something disappeared. What is it? My YouTube counter. Where is it? Where did it go? Oh no. There's a picture of us playing Warhammer back in the late 90s, early 2000s, somewhere in there. I think it's the late 90s. My friends Bretonians crashing into Jesse's Chaos Horde. Oh. I don't know what that's doing on there, but that's a picture I have loaded here. I seem to have lost my graphic. I know what it was. It was that picture I shared. Oil paint washes for grimdark feel. Yeah? Oil paint washes? That's interesting. got that Google counter. Where was I pulling that from? I don't know. Damn it, I lost it. Wait a minute, what's this? I think I found it. Right there, it's right there. For some reason it's... What is it capturing? What is that? Fun? Classic? Is it capturing the chat or something? What is that? What is that? Let me turn off formatting. Let me get that off here. Reset, transform. Boom. Oh, there it is. It's that damn thing. That's not the counter. It looks like I lost it. I don't know what happened. I lost my counter. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Anyway, let me get rid of that. Oh, I gotta organize this better. Help! Where is it? Ah, there it is. No, that ain't it. I give up. Classic fun. Yeah, that's what you said. It was capturing that down there. That's not what it was supposed to be capturing. That's where my... I don't know where I was capturing the counter from, because it would show Twitch and it would show YouTube. So where do I have it displaying the information? And it disappeared when I was showing that movie thing. So it must have been a web page. Ninja chat. Alright, that's what that is. So let's get that out of here. Dun, 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 dun. You'd think I would name it YouTube counter, but I didn't. So I don't know what it was capturing. It looked like it was capturing from a web page, and I just shrunk it down and captured just that one little area where it shows a counter. But what the heck is that? Where do I see both YouTube and Twitch displayed as a web page? Where is that? Restream? That doesn't show it anywhere. Unless there's a menu button here I'm missing. Channels, embed, settings, channels, titles, add channel, embed, no. View analytics, Unrestream. Oh, I'm starting to get a headache. Video storage. Storage? Chat. Oh, I don't know where I was capturing this from. Even a soft tone wash gives speed paint a gritty look. Yeah, it does. I was going to put some of that on the sword, I forgot. I don't know if I need it, but... Yeah, he turned out pretty good. Darn it. It's today Friday? Yes, it is. I know what that means. I'll figure that out some other time, I think. Although it is baffling. Where am I capturing? What am I displaying? That'll keep me up late at night. A good wash covers a multitude of painting sins. Somewhere over the wash. Boy, there's a lot of details on these guys. Busy, busy, busy they be. I don't feel like getting into that tonight. I'm already wore out. I've been streaming for an hour and 49 minutes, plus an hour because I was doing this before I went live, because I forgot to hit the stream button. So I spent an hour sitting here thinking I was streaming, talking to myself. Kind of comical. I need to clean up a bit before the thunderstorm. Get in and out. Watch out, Clyde. Thor will be visiting you. Bang! You don't want to be caught in the buff. You're already on shaky ground. Grab an oddball model, paint it up some paint it up in some of the brighter colors, and gives it a soft tone. Give it a soft tone or a light tone wash. could. Rah. Ugh. After all, it's speed paint. Shouldn't take that long to do. Time is it? 7:57. Pretty cloudy out there. I wanna know. Forgot how I was painting these guys. Bone. Is that bone? Pellet bone? Yeah, pellet bone. I wonder what would happen if I mixed inks with the wash or with the speed paint. A little bit of inkage. Probably mix better. It is fun using speed paints. Quite satisfying. Because it looks so good afterwards. So easy, like Squirrel says. There's really no excuses. Next. Get this guy. What is that going on there? What is that? I don't know what that is. Assume it's some kind of wire going into his shoulder. I think I'm using pallid bone on these parchment purity seals too. I think. I probably should. Yeah, I'm going to paint that white before I go putting the bone on there. Because I want it to have a different tone than what I'm doing right now. Because they're right next to each other. Next. Does Baron's War use basing? Or is it individual? It's individual models. Should be, last I looked. Individual models formed up loosely into units, typical of a tactical skirmish game. There's lots of videos on Baron's War 1st edition, and some 2nd edition bat reps are coming out. Should have a look, see. It's a pretty good game. It's very tactical. Yeah, I'm going to paint those purity seals white. I think I did that on the first figure here, the test model. I mean, they're white now, but there's a little bit more off-white of such distinguishing. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I want a better undercoat than just what's on there now, which is an off-white bone color. I want to get a nice little brighter white going on before I put the paint on there. It'll kind of distinguish it from the bone coloration of the shoulder pads, which are a little bit darker. Excellent. Oh, that looks great, man. Same thing with the chest. The chest is going to be white with a strong tone wash. I don't paint them bone. So that's how that works. Alright, there's all the left shoulders. So guys have to be a certain number of inches from each other to be a unit. It's the way they move around. It's pretty standard for a skirmish game. Awesome. And while we're at it, let's paint some skulls. These guys got skulls all over them, man. Yeah, Coop. I'll be with you soon. We'll hang out on the porch. Looks like he's got a wreath for a belt buckle. With a skull in the middle. I probably will paint that green. I like it. He's got a skull and feathers hanging from his auto cannon here. Salt cannon? Salt cannon. Very shaman-like. Awesome. All right, so he's got lots of little skulls around him. See him on his knees and dangling from his weapon. I like they got their feathers. That's a holdout from the old days. I like it. 28, it's 2 inches. One needs to keep the individual troops within a specific distance from the central troop. Yes, that is used in Saga too. Most skirmish games use something like that. 28 miller, it's 2 inches. Does it have recommendations for 15 mil? If I was using 15 mil, I'd just change it to centimeters. 2 inches becomes 2 centimeters. Because it's close enough. It's a little bit more than 2 inches. Actually, I'm wrong. A centimeter's 10 millimeters. That's less than a half inch, which is 12 and a half millimeters. So 2 centimeters would be 20 millimeters, which is about 3/4 of an inch. So yeah, if you didn't want to change any of the math in the game for ranges, just use centimeters. It's close enough. I did that. Did that with black powder when I was doing 15 mil bases. Of course, you guys know all this nonsense. We're such nerds. Jeez. Math nerds.
Oh, 25 millimeters is 1 inch. I know that because I'm a wargamer. I play war games.
Gotta stretch my legs, man. Gotta do the stretch. Stretch-a-rooney. Yeah, you could always half them too. 2 inches is 1 inch. I'd use centimeters. Unless you don't have a metric ruler, then there's no point to it, right? 25.4 millimeters. Nerd. You know how much a meter is? I bet you do. Do you know how much a meter is? Don't look it up. Never mind. It's too easy to look things up nowadays. You can't ask questions anymore. 3.28. Squirrel will give me some multi-decimal. Well, it's 3.28.6539.29. That's not even legit. What am I talking? Stand back. Squirrel's a technical sort of fellow. He knows his stuff. He works with furnaces. He also has a convert metric. I have to convert metric quite often for work. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's how you know that nonsense. 25.4 to be exact. Tell me how much an inch converts to in millimeters. Nerds. Bunch of nerds. Who else would know these things? Except somebody in your bit line of work. And wargamers, of all things. And modelers. Modelers are even more into it. Well, I do 1/35th scale miniatures. What the hell is that? I did figure that out, though. What you do is you take the second number, divide it by 12. That's the number of feet per inch that you're representing in model scale. So 1/35th, divide 35 by 12. That's the number of, well, feet that you're representing with 1 inch of scale in scale. Like, and here it's a really good example. One 1200 scale ships. That's a very common wargaming ship scale. 1/1200. So what is that? 1200 divided by 12 is what? It's 100. So 100 feet per inch. That's what you're representing on your model. Every inch is 100 feet. So if a ship is like 200 feet long, it's going to be in 1/1200 scale 2 inches. You just divide that frickin' number by 12. I did learn that. So, take that, modelers. Scale modelers. I'm sure Squirrel will correct me. You divide it by 12.001. What's the matter with you? Get your math right. Time for the lash. Squirrel says, on my final exam, I was able to calculate the global elevation of a point within 1/16th of an inch. Yikes. No calculator, no laser, no GPS. Wow. Well, there you go. There you go. Who would have thunk? You're on to this. You know what's going on, Squirrel. Better than most, I imagine. Boy, that looks good. Damn. Do. Chaka chaka cha. What else is new? What else have I done? I don't know. Ah. Hobby-wise, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm kind of holding off my role-playing games for a little bit. Getting things painted and playing some miniatures games with Jake. Because the next stage, I'm going to bring him into some role-playing. That's normal for me. I often shut things out completely because it's so easy to get distracted. I know I'll come back to these things. Just, man, I don't need to be distracted because it doesn't take much to get me thinking, and then all of a sudden I'm like putting these guys to the side as I dive into my books of something else, you know? I don't want to do that. So I kind of distance myself from other things and just focus and enjoy this for a moment, you know, because I will put this all aside for a while pretty soon as I tackle something else. With me, I kind of have to, because I love board games, I love miniature war games, I love role-playing games, so I'm all over the place. So I have to kind of frickin' pull back on things. If I want to get some miniatures painted, I can't be totally engrossed in a campaign of Hyperborea or something at the time anyway. I don't know, my mind doesn't work that way. I like to focus. Doesn't like to multitask. This guy's got ropes on him too. Wonder what I'll paint that. It's got to be something different. Ugh. Something different. Because I'm using a lot of bone on these guys and off-white. Maybe I could use, what is that, hardened leather? Maybe I'll use is that it? Hardened leather? Maybe I can use hardened leather on the ropes. It's kind of a brownish color, isn't it, if I recall? I think so. That might work. I want to use speed paints though. I don't want to use paints. I could use the satchel brown. I'm not happy with this. I only used it once and it's too dark. I'm going to make sure I shake it though next time. Then the ropes would be too dark. I don't like that. What are you doing, Walter? You stuck? Well, you got yourself stuck, didn't you? Hold on, everybody. That didn't take any time. You got it figured. Boy, they got lots of feathers on them too. Those I might paint white and put little red stripes in them or something. Red or green stripes in them. Give them a nice strong tone wash. This guy especially, he's got all kinds of stuff going on. He's got more going on than the captain. Fire drake is great for a brown. Yeah, fire drake. Even though it's reddish. Fire drake. I wonder if that comes with the fantasy set. I'm going to buy I think there's sets of 6 paints. The next one I'm going to buy is the fantasy set. Maybe that's got fire drake in it. I only got like 16 or 15, 16 paints. That's all I got so far to work with. Doing pretty good though. Boy, look at this guy. He's got all kinds of stuff dangling off his waist. What is that? Little swords. Huh. He's got little tiny swords dangling. A whole slew of them. Between his legs, see that? Oh, a whole bunch of them. The next thing I'll do, not tonight, the next thing I'll do is I'll do the white. I'm going to put white on the parchment, the feathers, the chest wings, all the wing emblems. They're all going to be painted white. Because what I do with it is I paint them in off-white and then I just give them a strong tone and they're done. That's all I have to do with them. The parchment, however, I'm going to paint them white, not to do that, but rather to brighten them up a little bit so that when I put the speed paint pallid bone over the parchment, it'll look different than, say, the skulls and stuff and the other emblems, which are just pallid bone over an off-white. These are going to be over a much brighter off-white, so they'll kind of stand out a little. Seems to work, so that's what I'm gonna do. That's what I did on him. Yeah, it really is different. I like it. Huh. Gotta put some strong tone on his sword. You strong tone. Strong tone. There it is, got a red cap. Ochre clay. Hold on. What was I doing? Oh. Fire Drake, Charming Chartreuse. Burnt Moss, I love that one. Forest Sprite, that sounds like a good one too. Ancient Honey, that sounds like a good one. Are definitely ones to have in the arsenal. Let me copy and paste that somewhere because that's some good recommendations. Let's see, can I do this? Copy text, will this work? Let me put it over in Discord somewhere. We'll put it in where's my private channel? Test channel. Control V. Yep, there it is. I got it. Alright, so I got that. Thanks for letting me know. I'll keep that in mind. Ochre clay, that one too. You might as well say they're all pretty useful. Ochre clay. Wait a minute. Damn it. Copy. Test channel. Oh! Control V. Ochre clay. Squirrel Hermit. What was I doing? It doesn't reactivate. I think it might have a little bit, so yeah. Let's be careful with that.
I'm not going to do any more with it.
I think it did a little bit. It might not have, I don't know. I put a strong tone directly over the speed paint, but this is version 2. It shouldn't activate. I don't know if it really did or not, but anyway. I just want to put it on the base, darken up the bottom of the sword a little bit, where those little electrodes are located. Yeah, so that's good enough. Let's not get crazy. That's bright. So he's going to go on the table. In case I play some games tomorrow, he's going to be at least something to look at. I don't know if I'll use him. I guess these guys too, really. Probably should put these guys in little blocks too. Don't really have to. Starting to get dark here. Imagine's about the same for you. Well, you're probably a little brighter. I don't know. In Ohio, are you an hour behind me? Squirrel? Nah. You're the same time slot, right? Central Time. You guys at the same time, aren't you? I could look it up. Yeah. How about West Virginia? That's the same time zone as well, right? I think it is. It's gotta be. I'm thinking of Kyle. West Virginia. Byron messed me up because he's in Florida, and I always thought Florida was Eastern Standard, which it is, except the western portion. There's a section under Mississippi that goes into the Central Zone, which screws me all up. Time zones, man. I like this guy. The freaking speed paint came out nice on his armor. All of Ohio and West Virginia are eastern. Right now I feel stupid. Let me look at a map. Let me look at this. Google Maps. Let's see where that freaking time zone is. Time zone. Actually, I should have looked up time zones. Yeah, what am I doing? This is stupid. Let me go back. U.S. time zones map. Alright, there we go. Let's look at this one. Yeah. Indiana, Minnesota. And then it starts to go to the east a little bit, cutting Kentucky and Tennessee right in half. So they're split. Then Alabama and Georgia, right down the borderline, it's east and central. And Florida. Florida is also cut partially off from itself. Part of it's in central, part of it's in eastern. That's what messes me up. Because I know Florida's like right under the Ohio region. Frunk. And it is. Yeah. But the time zone turns east right when you hit Kentucky. Lower Indiana. That's when it starts heading east. For some reason, it's going east. You'd think they'd be straight lines. That is odd. Why are they like that? It's not like they're following borders. That is weird. Four time zones. Welcome to America.